Good morning everyone. I am Dr. Ranjit Kumar from the Department of Psychiatry. I would like to thank the management for giving me this opportunity to speak on the occasion of World Mental Health Day. Every year, October 10th is celebrated as World Mental Health Day and the preceding week is celebrated as World Mental Health Week. This is an opportunity for us to create awareness regarding mental health issues and also take stock of what has happened the previous year and also plan for the next year. The World Health Organization and the World Federation for Mental Health has decided the theme for this year to be mental health in an unequal world. Yes, the world is unequal. The rich seem to be getting richer and the poor seem to be getting poorer. There are inequalities in terms of religion, sex, community, creed, gender orientation, sexual orientation and gender identity, and also lack of respect for human rights in many countries and especially for those suffering with mental health disorders. The COVID-19 pandemic has further accentuated this difference in terms of being socially isolated, lockdown affecting accessibility to health services, and also anxiety and fear due to the pandemic and due to the virus. The access to mental health services has been grossly unequal. It is believed that 90 to 95% of people living in low and middle income countries do not have access to mental health care services. This is a staggering figure. It says that 90 to 95% of people suffering from mental health disorders do not have access to healthcare facilities. And why is this difference? This difference is because the countries and the governments are not ready to invest in psychiatric issues or in mental health issues, or the budget allocated to mental health issues is totally disproportionate to the overall health budget. Every person with mental health issues has the right to access mental health care services, but what they get and what the carers get and sometimes even the therapists get is only stigma and discrimination. Psychiatry has come a long way since the only treatment option available was being locked up in a mental asylum in the previous centuries, to the discovery of chlorpromazine, and right now to modern pharmacotherapy and various therapies tailored to each specific disorders. In spite of that, the branch of psychiatry has been shrouded with mysteries, misconceptions and myths. Today I would like to talk on some of the myths. The first myth regarding psychiatric illnesses is mental health illnesses are very uncommon, or mental health illnesses will not affect me. But the truth is, nearly 450 million people worldwide are suffering from mental health issues. The second myth, mental health illnesses are caused by deities, demons, evil spirits, or due to bad karma or sins from the past life. The truth is, mental health illnesses are caused by biopsychosocial factors, which means they are an interplay of biological factors, psychological factors and social factors, and not due to any evil spirits. The third myth, mentally ill people are dangerous. They are not actually dangerous. Very few people are suicidal or homicidal and they can be adequately managed. Next myth, addiction is due to lack of willpower. The truth is, people get addicted to substances because there is an interplay of so many things like genetic factors, genetic vulnerability, biological factors, and these makes a person more vulnerable to mental illnesses, and it's not just due to lack of willpower. Another myth is people believe that people with psychiatric illnesses require lifelong treatment. That's again wrong. Very few people will be requiring lifelong treatment. Most of them will require just a short duration of therapy, either pharmacologically or therapies. There is also misconception regarding the treatment. People believe that the psychiatrist doles out just sleeping pills. He just puts them to sleep. That's again wrong. Each particular disease has a specific treatment available, and these medications treat the particular disease, and they are not just to put people to sleep. People believe that electroconvulsive therapy or shock therapy is dangerous. It can kill a person, or it can damage the brain of a person. It can make a person forget who they are. All these are misconceptions or myths. Actually, it is conducted in a very controlled atmosphere with the help of anesthetist. It is called as modified ECT. It is very safe, it is life-saving, and can actually save a person from committing suicide or committing suicide. On this World Mental Health Day, let us learn to empathize and sympathize with the people suffering from mental illnesses. Let us work for a discrimination and stigma-free society with no inequalities. Thank you.